Hello, it's me again, Catrice Horsley, with how to VaVaVoom your Zoom. And today's session, which is the third one, is all about the voice and how one can use it more effectively. I think that many people underestimate what you can do with your voice. We might think of it in terms of we can be louder, quieter, and perhaps we can speak faster or we can speak slower. And perhaps that's it. It definitely isn't. I want you to think of your voice in terms of a strand of something, a rope, a piece of string. And it can be twisted, it can be pushed together, it can be stretched out, it can peak, it can go lower, and it is an incredible tool. So let's start identifying what we can do with our voice. So the first thing is about the tone of your voice. Start lower. With all of my presentations, and if I'm performing on stage or a keynote speech, I always start slightly lower in my register. And even with all of these Zoom sessions that I've done for you, I have started lower and almost maintained a slightly lower tone. And I think what this does is it enables you to go higher, should you wish to, and go down even a little bit lower, should the situation be necessary. Also, when I talk of tone, it's not just to do with kind of the pitch, but also the warmth of your tone. You can give information in this way, and this is quite a short tone, a curt tone, or it can be slightly warmer. I think it's a little bit to do with the voice being and coming from the back of your mouth or the front of your mouth. It's like a Scottish accent and an Irish accent. Back of your voice, back of your throat, and the front of your mouth. So this tone that I have now, a little bit deeper than normal. My normal speaking voice is kind of like this. It's this kind of pitch, this kind of tone. This is my presentation voice, a little bit deeper. It also, and I know this is gendered, and I hate the fact it's gendered. Quite often, and the research shows that if you have a slightly deeper voice, you are taken more seriously. I hate that, but that is the fact of the research, because we live in a society that is gendered. So keep to the track. The tone of your voice. Start a little bit lower, and then you can go higher if you want, or go even lower, should you need it. Number 2, pace yourself. Many people, and I am one of these, can speak way too quickly. And it's like you're throwing stones into the lakes of the people who are listening, and you are not letting the ripples settle. Be a little bit slower. And by slower, I don't even mean that you speak more slowly so that people can understand. I actually mean that you speak a little bit quickly because you're excited, and then you can speak more slowly. And you can even say certain words quite quickly together, and then the rest you can slow down. So it's not to do with the whole thing. It is to do with sections of your presentation. And if you think of it in terms of the story arc I was talking about, you can start your presentation speaking more slowly, talking about what's going to come up, and then speeding up a little bit because of that incredible piece of research that has come out, which is amazing. and then slowing down again afterwards to come to the resolution. So with pace, think of linking up to the more exciting parts of your presentation and speeding up, slowing down on the other side. And it's not to do with every single word. You can say some words really quite quickly and then slow other words down to draw out a conclusion. So think in terms of tone and pace. Number 3, feel the rhythm. When I say, I have a real problem saying rhythm. When I say rhythm, I don't mean that you have to have like a musical beat to your voice, but they almost act, a rhythm almost acts like an underline under certain parts of your presentation that are important. So you can use a rhythm in a certain way just to exaggerate certain points. Da 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 da. You can, if you've got a list of points that you want to give, a list of facts, you could say fact 1 is da 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 da, fact 2 is da 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 da, fact 3 is. So you have a particular rhythm to saying the different points, and this means it registers in the head in a slightly different way. Again, you can use rhythm to build up tension, and so, as an example, and so I went and I researched and researched and researched, and then I researched some more. There is a certain build-up, a da-da, 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 da-da. So there is a certain musicality to your voice without it being musical per se. One of the best ways, I think, of altering your rhythm, and it's a very difficult thing for many people to do, they will present in quite a stilted way with the same kind of pace all through their presentations or when they are talking. One of the best ways to alter the rhythm without having to really focus on it is to speak out your presentations when you're walking. Speed up, slow down your walk, and talk at the same time, and you will naturally start to speed up and slow down your speech. Or if you're in the kitchen and you're whisking or you're beating something or you're working out, speak your presentation while you're doing that. And you'll naturally start to be able to say it in different ways. Dr. Lucy Rogers gives a huge amount of advice about this on Twitter, so follow her, she's very good. So yeah, feel the rhythm. Number 4, pause for thought. The spaces between our words are as important as the words themselves. Again, if you speak too quickly, too much, people just become confused. You're not giving them chance to digest what you're saying. It's literally like you are giving them a meal of delicious food and taking it away before they finished and stuffing another one in front of them and telling them to start eating that and taking away and putting another one in front of them. They don't have chance to savor any one part of that meal before their mouths are assaulted by something new. Pause. Sometimes we feel a bit uncomfortable pausing, and that's to do with us and our discomfort. And really, when you're presenting and communicating, your focus should be on the people who you are communicating to and their needs. I used to speak far more than was necessary and far more quickly than was necessary, partly to do with my ego, because I've got all this really important stuff that I need to share with you, and it's all about me, 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 me. And far less to do with what is it that this group really needs to take from this session. And perhaps it is better to know one thing completely when you're communicating what you want to, than to leave them feeling that they know a little bit about a lot of stuff, but nothing that perhaps they can use. So pauses are very important. And the last point is more for people who might want to go into performance, might want to be slightly more theatrical. And this is to do with performance twists. And it is to do with how you can really alter your voice with different characters or different elements of your storytelling or theatre pieces, because your voice can twist itself around certain things, or you can spit words out like weapons. So it is this idea that you can arch and stretch words. You can say, the sun arched in the sky, the sun arched in the sky. So you're almost shaping the way the words come out of your mouth to reflect the meaning behind them. Those are my only tips on voice. There's loads more that I could tell you. But for those of you who might feel a little bit anxious, I would really suggest you go and talk and walk and use that speed and that pace. And also, I would suggest that you write down sentences from your presentations and say them in as many different ways as possible. So it could be, today I want to present a very exciting piece of information, a sentence. Today, I want to present a really exciting piece of information. Today, I want to present a really exciting piece of information. Today, I want to present a really exciting piece of information. Can you see there are all these different ways that you can present that sentence? It's good fun. Say it in as many ways as possible and find the one that suits you best and suits what you want to communicate best. So I hope those tips were useful. Thinking of your voice in terms of tone, in terms of pace, in terms of rhythm, in terms of pause and silence. And have a play with how you can say different sentences and twist and play with your voice. I am going to do one more session, and that's going to be about how you can remember, and it will be exercises that you can use to help you remember what you want to say and how you want to say it. So I hope that was useful, and I hope you all have a healthy and hearty day. Thank you for listening. Bye.